What's up, guys? Good morning. Tom Crown here, and today we're taking a look at Link. So Link is a coin that I've been watching since probably mid 2008. It has a very interesting chart, and that's why I wanted to talk to you guys about it. Lots of people recently, of course, I've been asking, Tom, what do you think about Link? What's going on with Link? And you know what? I'm tired of repeating myself over and over and over again on the stream. So I'm gonna make a little video about it. So this is the Link Bitcoin pair, and it's one of my favorite charts because I find in crypto, in the Bitcoin pair especially, there are so many alts that charts look exactly the same. Really, you'll see a peak in 2008, then some selling, kind of a secondary peak, and then just a slow bleed from 2018 or 19 on to today. And so that's what I really like about this chart. Disclaimer, I do own a little Link. It's not a huge bag of mine. So, take that into consideration with everything I say. I do own some of this. I don't own enough of it that shilling it will do me any good. But I want to point out to you guys what I like about it, what I think about the chart specifically. Not going to go into anything about the coin outside of that. So, as I was saying, in most coins you see the kind of like a peak at 2018. Lots of charts, actually I want to say, look like this. We get rid of that. This is what most altcoin charts look like, basically from, I don't know, 2018, and then here would be 2020. This is what their chart looks like. You can see that for Link, this is only maybe 200 days. And so, the bear market started pretty much January 1st, 2018. And you'll see most coins would have just continued selling off, and I guess they would go down to the negative if it was the Link chart. But what we see is throughout the entire bear market, we see that Link is making gains against Bitcoin. And that is very unusual. I definitely challenge anybody. Show me a chart that looks similar to this from 2018. I don't want to see a chart that looks like this that was released in 2020, the coin. That's not the same thing. So throughout all this bearish pressure in the market, Link has pretty steadily performed. Okay? And what I really like also is it's been very neat and tidy in its TA. So what we can see here is a pretty obvious channel that was established. And if you guys have been watching the live at youtube.com/TomCrown/live, you'll have seen this chart develop in real time as we updated it, with sell targets and buy targets along the way, for my own personal trades. Of course, never financial advice, but I'm just showing you guys what I'm doing. So I'm about to unhide the chart. This might get a little crazy looking. So we can see this channel. The channel is connected by the highs from early on in the chart and the lows early on in the chart. And the beautiful aspect, move these out of the way, is that Link has really stayed true to this channel. It's been pretty beautiful. We can see this was my first sell live, was at a 0038. I had rebuy target at 00018. And you can really see it responding in this channel. We had a little period of pretty much sideways action. Retest up here, another sell target, and reject it again. And then we see this ascending trend develop. And now recently, I'm going to try to hide this so that... Okay, so we saw this happen early July. And as we were rallying again to the top of this channel, let's see. Live, I said, I'm looking for Link to break out of this channel. Right here, and I started drawing this line. So looking for Link to break out, but this would be a great sell target. Next sell target. Make this less visible. This is a great sell target because this channel we've established, we've seen it hit over and over, and it's been a great target. However, this time I said what I'd really like to see, you can see it in this little pop out here. The ideal setup for Link here would be for Link to break out of this channel, come back test the top of it, and pop off. So far, we have not seen that perfectly. We do see it pulling back. It's getting very close, but still a little more selling needed to get to the top of this channel again. I'd really like to see the back test here to create a strong support. But in crypto, this is the golden goose. You see a coin fluctuating or bouncing inside of a channel for an extended period, and as you can see, this is more than 2 years. And we've been hanging out in here 2.5 years, finally piercing it. And we have the potential set up. So this is a doodle that I drew in real time a while ago. I'm going to keep it because I like it. It looks good still. I'm going to actually lock it that way I don't mess it up. It was drawn back here before the channel broke. You can see that we had even a pullback off of the channel, kind of faking that again was the sell point. I actually didn't sell here because at this point I've taken profit and rebought in Link, and I'm just going to let my coins ride. I don't have a lot, so I don't really looking to take any more profit, just going to see where it goes. This line was definitely doodled way before any of this happened, so I had no idea it was going to stop here. This line just got kind of lucky. What I'm really looking for, get that pullback, and then we need to break this high again. And if we can have that set up, we can see those two things happen. We're going to have some great targets for for Link, for alt. I'm waking up. So we need to break the high of 0097. And if that has happened, if we can make this potential bounce scenario happen and re-break the high, I have some great targets I'd be looking for. Link has never traded this high, so I used a tool that I don't normally use. I used the fib retrace extension tool, and that brought me to 00164. And off this channel, you'll see that is quite a gain, 134%. That would be a wonderful, wonderful target. Anybody would enjoy those kind of gains. So might as well get the hopium shot too. I think this is obviously less likely, but man, it's crypto. Anything can happen, especially when things start getting real silly. So say we do hit this, I would like to see a pullback again, all the way back to pretty much the high that it set before. And if we can get that and break up again, the next target gets very, very far away. That would be my longest termist, most hopiumist target, way up here. That would be amazing. In no way, though, do I think January 1st, 2021 would be the time target. This is, when I draw these, it's really nothing to do with time, really like a pattern or kind of price targets or values I'm looking for. If Link ever makes it up this high, which would be absolutely insane, it would take much more time, in my opinion. I think probably closer. I can't even see, actually. This might be years away. But that would be amazing. Amazing. So should you put a sell order here? Sure, but don't expect it to fill. Don't expect it to fill at least for many years, if ever. This would be some awesome price action. That would really wrap up Link, and I've had a crazy history. For me, especially right now, before we see at least even this channel retested, Link is just put on so many gains that entering here can be a very high risk trade. Extremely high risk. We've seen everything in the last 2 or 3 years pull back 80% to 99.99% or something like that. And that is my hesitation. That is why I have not bought more Link. I'd watched it for over a year and finally just pulled the trigger. Pulled the trigger right here. You can see this first goodbye. 00016 on the Bitcoin chart. Just pulled the trigger and said, screw it, I'm gonna throw like 50 bucks at it, because at this point, I've just been watching this go up. I'll put in some amount that I don't really care what happens to it. And it worked out. Really did. However, at some point, this is, Link is gonna have to pull back. It's just, the law of crypto, it seems, is that all cryptocurrencies at some point retrace at least 85%. Let's say like 85. That would put us right kind of back down to where I entered, which is funny. That'd be a much safer entry. So I'm going to jump to the USD pair here and what I'm expecting with USD on Link. But yeah, this is the pattern I'm looking for on the BTC pair. Again, risky entry here, man. It is so close to the top. I would at least, if I wasn't in Link and I wanted to be, I would look to layer my buys in. And I would probably start down here closer to 0072. Up here, there's a lot of risk. You're really praying that it goes higher, and that's never guaranteed. Let's jump over to the USD pair. USD pair pretty much equally as well behaved, we'll see, as the Bitcoin pair, which is, I mean, well behaved coins is not common. These charts are just so interesting to me because they're so different. We have less history here because it has not been traded in dollars, I guess, as long as Bitcoin. And if it has, I haven't found the exchange, and I'm too lazy. So the first thoughts I have when I look at this chart is $5. Okay, we kind of see it trade at $5 when it's listed over here on wherever Coinbase. Oh yeah, so it clearly does have more USD history. Yeah, oh well. So we have a $5 high that we've seen kind of establish as resistance maybe 3 times in the history of Coinbase. 5's a great number. It's a very mental number. 5, 10, 15, 20. These things are very psychological. Don't always have to do with technicals, but a lot of the time, psychological can be more powerful. Let me turn this indicator. Where is this? Label name. There we go. Okay. So we're looking for the breakout of $5. We see USD pin it up, and we get a breakout. If you were here live, you would have watched us create some of these crazy targets. First one was 696. Let's just say 7, and then the secondary target I had was 830. And as Link was breaking out of that channel we just talked about, I said, these are my targets if I'm looking to sell Link personally in USD. We hit both of them. We overshot this 830 all the way up to almost 9, which is a big overshot. So in a way, I feel like this sell target actually was a little bit of a failure. And in that time, I said I have 2 scenarios here. I don't believe that Link is going to straight run to our next target, which was 1072. So I think we have 2 scenarios. We're going to see resistance here, and we're going to come back down, back test this $7 support, and then we're going to try to make a run for the 1075 or 1071, or we're going to get rejected and we're going to come back down and retest the previous high as support, which is again $5. And it's worked out pretty great so far. Definitely got overshot on the high. But look at this pullback, guys. This is 2 days ago. Definitely not perfect. Definitely not perfect, but dang close, man. 699. We're pennies off here. So we do have the setup we were looking for. The only concern here now is retaking that resistance we previously were looking at, and then again, obviously the high were the previous high. But I think Link is on track for this 1072. It's going to definitely depend on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin makes a run here, as we saw yesterday, tack on some gains, that 1072 is getting closer and closer. If we see a sell-off in Bitcoin here, which we could, we are still ranging. We have not broken 10,500. We have not broken 6,000 or 8,600. We're really ranging still. If we see a breakdown of Bitcoin, then I'm going to be looking immediately for Link at the $5 range to retest this previous high. You know, it didn't backtest it. It doesn't have to. Nothing says anything has to do something. But that is the most logical conclusion. You know, coins really like to create a resistance, break them, come back down, establish them as support, and then run. So these are our two setups, and so far it is looking to be following the more bullish setup here. We see this trend line established, and it's held pretty well so far. And we see it pretty close here. If this trend line breaks, I'm definitely looking back at 7 and possibly the 5 area. So keep an eye. I really would, if you're trading Link, I'd keep an eye on those pretty much 4 values here. The $5 previous high, the $6.98, $7, $8.30ish, and $10.70 area. I think these are going to be the big players in the short term, at least. We see a very large rally in Bitcoin. 10 quickly increases, and 17 up here is going to be my high target for probably midterm, maybe a few months, weeks, months away, contingent on Bitcoin USD value. So here we go. I got all my thoughts out about Link so I can share this with you guys instead of just saying the same things over and over again. Wrapping up, really, Link, I don't know why, just is such a well-behaved coin. Man, it has really, a lot of you guys saw a lot of this TA live, done, you know, step by step along the way as we've made these charts, and it really just keeps delivering. I don't know why, but I like it. I don't expect it to last forever, but I'm digging it now, and as long as it keeps behaving well, I think that there's a lot of great trades to be made here, and I hope that everybody out there makes some profit. So, Link done. Please like and subscribe.